Assalamualaikum guys. Today I brought you something super interesting, okay? So welcome back to my channel and keep watching the video कि आज मैं आपके लिए क्या लेकर आई हूँ. So guys, let's start it. Now, here is the surprise, guys. Have a look. It is British accent versus American accent. Guys, have you ever heard about what is accent? Accent generally is a dialect of a language. I mean, the way that a language is spoken. So English also has two prominent accents. That is British accent and American accent. You must have wondered about British accent and what kind of accent it is, where is it spoken, what are its differences from American accent, and how to differentiate between these two accents and which accent to choose. Guys, keep watching the video. I'll be telling you in which countries which accent is spoken, and I'll tell you the differences. So here you go, guys. I'll be telling you the countries in which British accent is spoken and American accent is spoken, okay? So guys, this one is the British accent. British accent is spoken in countries like United Kingdom. United Kingdom is the Great Britain along with Netherlands and associated islands, okay? So here British accent is spoken. And the countries like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and the neighboring other countries, British accent is spoken. And the reason behind this is that, guys, the Great Britain, the United Kingdom has ruled over the subcontinent, I mean Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and other countries for about so many years. And that is the reason that all these countries adopt Britain accent, okay? They adopt British accent. And I'll be telling you what is British accent, because in our country, Pakistan, British accent is just favorite. Okay, so now come to American accent. Here guys, it's American accent, and of course it is spoken in United States of America along with European Union and other countries that are neighboring America. Here you go, friends. I will be telling you the differences between British accent and American accent. Guys, before going to this topic, you have to keep it in mind that English is just a one language and different accents don't really mean that a language is different. They're totally the same, okay? They're 98.9% the same English, okay? They're not different at all. So guys, there are very slight differences between these two accents in case of vocabulary or in terms of vocabulary, but there is one most prominent difference between these two accents of English, and that is R. Okay, that is alphabet R. It is either pronounced or not, okay? In American accent, R is pronounced in all situations. Whatever the situation, you have to pronounce R, and it is pronounced in the hardest possible way. Like American accent sounds like a thunder, okay? And now come to British accent. R is either pronounced or omitted depending upon the situation. You have to pronounce R in some cases and omit or not pronounce R in other cases. R would be completely silent in British accent in some cases, and I'll be telling you that, so keep watching the video. God. Guys, here we go. I'll be telling you the differences between American accent and British accent. I have told you that you have to pronounce R in every situation when it comes to American accent, but in British accent, you have to omit R in some places and pronounce it at other places. So case one is that when R comes at the start of a word, you have to pronounce R in this case. Whenever R comes at the start of a word, you have to pronounce R in that word. And the reason is that, okay, I'm gonna tell you a short trick. Short trick is that whenever R is followed by a vowel, A, E, I, O, U, or Y, you will have to pronounce R, okay? So here we go. Realm, rude, rat, rabbit, right, ring, right, root, rot. So in all these cases, R is followed by a vowel, so we will have to pronounce R. There you go, guys. This is case 2. Guys, case 2 tells us when R comes in the middle. So when R comes in the middle, you either have to pronounce it or omit it. So when will you pronounce it and when will you omit it? I'll be telling you. Guys, focus on this first word. This is pronounced as fingerprint in British accent, but in American accent we say it fingerprint. Okay, fingerprint. In American accent you have to simply pronounce R in every situation, whether it comes in the middle, followed by a vowel or consonant whatsoever. But in British accent, you have to say it fingerprint, and the reason is that I'm pronouncing the second R but not pronouncing the first R. The reason is that this R is followed by P, not by a vowel. So I would say fingerprint. And this R is followed by I, so this is a vowel, and simply we will pronounce R. Now come to the second word, it is bearing. Bearing, okay? It is the same both in British accent and American accent because R is followed by I, so we will pronounce this word and R in this word. The third and most important word is learning. It is pronounced as learning or learn because R has to be kept silent. The reason is that R is followed by N and N is not a vowel, so in British accent we say it learning and in American accent we say it learning. So the same way lottery because R is followed by Y and this is the same both in both accents. This is lore, right? This is lore. So this is same in both accents because R is followed by a vowel. This one is fairy. Okay, so R is followed by Y, so we will pronounce it in both accents. And this is former. Guys, this is one of the most interesting word. Here you got two R's and you have to keep both these R's silent. Okay, so the reason is that this R is followed by M, not a vowel, and this R is followed by nothing. Okay, so you have to keep both R's silent. But in American accent, you would say it former, and in a British accent, it is said as former. And this is produced. Okay, guys, again, it's followed by a vowel, so we will pronounce this R. And this is reserve. I'm keeping this R silent in British accent because it's followed by V. Okay, so this is reserve, but in American accent it is reserve, and in British accent it is reserve. Okay, so the last word here is, sorry, the second last word here is percolate, right? So here R is kept silent because R is followed by C. Simple. But in American accent we say percolate. And here is the last word, born. It is pronounced as born in British accent. You have to keep R silent because it is followed by N. But in American accent you'd have to say it burn. Guys, here you go, the case number 3. Case number 3 tells us when R comes at the end of a word, will you pronounce it or omit it? So let's have a look upon the examples. Guys, it is the first example, water. You'll pronounce it water in British accent and water in American accent. The reason is that R is not followed by any vowel, and you will the same way pronounce this water in British accent and water in American accent. This is remember. Pronounce it as remember in British accent and remember in American accent. Doctor in British accent, doctor in American accent, and the same way regular, farmer. And guys, there is another case you need to keep in your mind. And guys, we know that it is pronounced as water in British accent, right? But whenever it is followed by a word like is, which starts with a vowel, you'll have to pronounce this R then. Don't omit it, okay? This phrase is then pronounced as water is hot. Water is hot, not water is hot. Water is hot. And whenever water is followed by a word which doesn't start with a vowel like should, it is pronounced as water should be hot, not water should be hot. The same way as I told you. And the same cases with rotor is burnt and rotor got burnt. So guys, the case number 3 is also completed. Hope you understood my words, and if you have any question, simply ask me in comments. Guys, here before the end of the video, I want to tell you something. Guys, English in the first place is a little bit difficult, but it is not impossible, guys. It only requires a little practice. Though it's not a piece of cake, but it's not a big deal if you practice every day, and the day will come when you will be able to speak English fluently, and it will be all due to your practice. So guys, as a summary of this video, I'll be telling you the difference between American and British accent. In terms of these sentences, I will once say these sentences in British accent and then in American accent. Guys, this one is, first I'll say in British accent, you better understand. But in American accent, you better understand. In British accent, mind your business. And in American accent, mind your business. In British accent, you say it as see ya tomorrow, and the same way as in American accent, because here in tomorrow, R is followed by O. And in this one, we say I'm dead tired in British accent, and I'm dead tired in American accent. Here you say you look weird in British accent, and you look weird in American accent. Here in British accent, you say line roared like a thunder, and in American accent, you say line roared like a thunder. And here in British accent, you'll say I'll never forget your favor, and in American accent, you'll say I'll never forget your favor. And here the last one in British accent, that is wonderful, that is incredible, that is marvelous. But in American accent, you say that is wonderful, that is incredible, that is marvelous. Guys, you know what? American accent is just a little thundering, or it is just an accent where you pronounce words really hardly. Have a look over here. We pronounce this word as beautiful in British accent and beautiful in American accent. And this one as party in British accent and party in American accent. This one as daffodils in British accent and daffodils in American accent. Could you place in British accent and could you place in American accent. Better in British accent and better in American accent. Incredible in British accent and incredible in American accent. Water in British accent and water in American accent. Little in British accent and little in American accent. Oh guys, this video was a little long. Hope you could understand everything that I told you. So ask me all the questions that you have in comment section so that I will answer you. Guys, thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and stay tuned for new ones that I will create for you, and I'm constantly creating. So thank you guys. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.